Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing really well. We are trying something new this evening, and to be totally honest with you, I don't normally use a PC, so it's a bit sort of hit and miss tonight. But hopefully, this will be a trial run, and I will get better next time. Can I just check that you guys can hear me okay? And you should be seeing a photo. Um, so yeah, let me just double check with you guys. Just somebody in the chat, just let me know before we continue. Okay, great. Thank you so much, Guitar Sarah. Welcome everybody. Lovely to see you guys. Recognize some of you from previous shows. Hey, Domingos, BS Detector. Hey. Good evening. This is our mod here to watch out for us all. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Okay, guys, so this evening I am going to attempt to share a screen with you, and hopefully you will be able to see these images as I change them. So obviously, this evening we are focusing on the children, Bella, Celeste, and Nico. There is so much conversation about Chris Watts, and to be totally honest with you, I am totally over it. So let's not forget the victims. That is the most important thing. For me, we had a whole show about Shannan, obviously, but just recently, I'm just seeing the most ridiculous things, and I wanted to just address it this evening. So basically, you guys may have heard one of the YouTube channels, they have been doing a kind of a mock trial. It's just, well, I really cannot believe taking such a case and making it into an onboard version of Cluedo. It's been, yeah, I haven't watched it, so I shouldn't really judge, but just the thought of it just isn't my type of thing. And sorry, we're going to come back to that one. So yeah, we've got a few little videos that I'm hoping to discuss with you, and going to go through some images. Basically, I did a whole episode about this. I've always called it the misery merry-go-round, and that is Facebook and YouTube, the world of how the creators, with their hate, start this whole merry-go-round of misery, and then their followers read about it, and then they spread it, and it gets onto Reddit and all of those kind of channels. And I'm just absolutely sick and tired of these people dragging and bashing Shannan, who was murdered along with her children. I think it's just coming up to 3 years. It really is seriously time to stop with all of this. Basically, this is the kind of thing on some of the hate channels. I'm not sure if you guys can see this one. So, you know, they think that they can cleverly put this kind of imagery out there. And yeah, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting that they are allowed to get away with it. I got put into Facebook jail for using the B word, the female dog. And these people are allowed to carry on bashing and bashing. And yeah, I'm absolutely disgusted by it. And really, this mother, you know, she was the most amazing parent and was bringing up her girls in such a great way. So I think it's just so unjustified that she gets this kind of level of hate. Just bear with me. Of course, they haven't got their title. Okay, just concentrate. So yeah, this StreamYard that I'm using is not the most simple when you're trying to share images, but I'm hoping. So yeah, when I'm showing you these photos, I have just redacted any other children because obviously CeCe and Bella are all over the internet and all over the different YouTubes and everything. But these other children, I don't know who they are, and I don't think it's really fair to show their faces. So I've blacked out all of the other children. Yeah. So basically, some of the haters say the children were either at school or asleep and they never seem to do anything. So this evening, I'm just looking to demonstrate. They had fun-packed little lives. They did so much. I mean, CeCe had only just turned 3. I mean, she'd flown on holiday. They just had 6 weeks fun-filled activities. She was loving school. She had all her little playmates. I mean, Shannan speaks of having friends over with their children for play dates. Friends talk about visiting the house. So it is absolutely ludicrous that these haters still keep coming back with these. I mean, they were just such cute little children. I mean, if Shannan was never with them, how come we've literally got hundreds, I would even say thousands and thousands of photos? You know, how come? I mean, look how happy this was on their final holiday when they were staying with Shannan's parents. So let me just try to find. So in a minute, I'm going to come across some posts that I found online, just sort of general criticism of Shannan, and I wanted to discuss them with you. I've also got a couple of little videos. I've tried to make them quite short, so let's see if I can play this.
My daddy is a hero. He holds people.
Okay, you guys will know this one. This is obviously Bella.
If you're a hero,
Not sure why this no sound. I mean, I'm sure most of us know this one quite hard. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure why the sound isn't coming across. Are you hearing it there, Bella singing so beautifully? Guitar Sarah, sorry to bother you. Can you hear Bella singing in this little clip? Oh, you can. Okay, fantastic. Sorry. Okay, well, I'll just carry on. I mean, look how confident Bella was in this. I mean, right at the end, her shyness sort of starts to take over, but she was so proud of herself, and it was just amazing. This is my honest belief. This is just opinion, but I really believe that Shannan really wanted her girls to be independent, you know, little warrior girls who could stand on their own 2 feet. She knew what a tough world it was, and again, this is just purely my opinion, but everybody said that Bella was more like Chris, and I really, really honestly believe that Shannan didn't want Bella to be awkward, for want of a better word. awkward in social settings or shy or a wallflower. She was always trying to encourage her children. I mean, CeCe was, everybody describes her as like a rocket flying around the room. But Bella was really, really, really coming into her own, and she was really developing brilliantly. Just play the rest of it for you, I'm sure.
Oh, I love it.
Just so amazing to be able to do that. Yeah, I mean, he certainly did not deserve a daughter like this. This one is one of my favorites. CeCe's third
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Probably when the video is playing. Sorry, I'll just stop it for 1 second. So this was obviously post Nutgate. So half the grandparents weren't there. Shannan had put on this amazing little birthday party for the children, and it was just so sweet. I've cut it down a little bit just to make everything a bit faster. But CeCe blows out the candle, and Shannan is just so genuinely touched by it. Yeah, it's one of my absolute favorites. Look at the two sisters together. And Shannan was having all this gaslighting and everything going on with her husband at this stage, and she still managed to put on a smile. This is the kind of person she was. This is when I think of her. I'm thinking here what she must have been thinking in her head. But here she was, putting on a brilliant party for her daughter, who was just 3. Just sadly a month before they lost their lives. So heartbreaking. And then the other one that I just find these videos. Just want to discuss them with you. Okay, this one is...
You want a pony? You want a pony too?
Look how confident Bella is, and obviously CeCe. These haters who say the children were scared and terrified of anybody dressing up in costumes. Well, here is the proof. It's debunked. Look at how happy these children look. This was, again, on their final holiday. This was Summer Santa. Really, really, really super cute, this video, and beautiful children. So, so well behaved and so confident in their interactions. I mean, there's no fear here. I just do not understand it. These haters who make up these absolute lies. I mean, hopefully, as our channel grows, probably some new people who've never dived into this case might hopefully see one of my videos and realize there is a different narrative than some of the hate groups, because I'm so tired of hearing them dissing this poor mother who's not here to defend herself. But this is I'd cut it right down, so I'm just going to quickly play it because it is awesome. It's quite hard to hear, but they're actually looking for a pony and a kitten. So,
like a real pony or a toy pony? A real cat? You want a cat too?
Together.
Okay. What have you girls been on the good list to get a real pony and a real cat? What do you think, Mom?
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Pretty good, right?
Look at Papa. Cheese.
Say Summer Santa.
Anyway, guys, I'm sure you've all seen this video, and I'm just reading through the comments there, and absolutely agree. I really honestly do believe that Shannan wanted her children to be polite. I mean, yes, okay, they were in some of the videos, and perhaps some days they weren't always feeling it, but she wanted just to encourage them to say a quick hello, just to be sociable. And basically, they had a lot of fun as well. It wasn't all fried bars. I mean, in these clips, they're just normal children with a proud mother filming them. It was always Shannan who was filming them and uploading all of this. So yeah, I really hate the bashing. So this was amazing. They wanted a pony and a kitten for Christmas. Okay, so that was that one. One of my, see if I can just find this video for you. I did. Okay, so just bear with me. I will get organized next time. I will label everything. Just trying to find the other video. Just bear with me. Okay, it's not seeming to load here. These are just, sorry about this, guys. I'm gonna try something else. See if this would work. The watch children. Let's just see if we can. If I can share this with you guys instead. Okay, bear with me. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just, yeah, I think this is going to be the best way actually, because I can show you these images. Again, I've just taken out the other children because I don't really think it's fair to show them. We all know about Bella and CeCe. It's just, well, so some of these images that I found when I was doing my research, I'd never seen them before. So, but there's literally thousands. I'm sure there are. I mean, the children were not always asleep. They seem to be doing an awful lot, having fun. There's a little playmate here. I didn't disguise this one because you really can't see them very clearly. But I mean, they were always doing stuff, and just find it outrageous that baking, just find it outrageous that they get all these accusations. And I want you to note as well how many photos the children are eating. Because in a minute, oh, here's Shannan herself, you know, the mother who doesn't do anything. Oh, look, she's painting. So yeah, apart from being an amazing mother, she was also decorating. So easy, isn't it, to criticize somebody? Okay, here we are. This is what I wanted to show you guys. 4498. Okay, let's just I think it starts here. Okay, so this is what I was looking for. Just bear with me. It must be here. So again, this accusation that they never did anything. This was actually film in the park. They went with Shannan's friend Nicole Atkinson and her children. Okay, let's just go to this one. I think it starts here. Okay, so I'm not going to mention this person's name, but basically he is a best-selling author. He's written a lot of books on this case, and he claims that he is an authentic voice of true crime, and he is an absolute Shannan basher. And I really wanted to mention him today because he's made a lot of money out of this case with his books and everything, and he constantly says you have to remove emotion when you're looking at this case, and it's what true crime buffs do. But yeah, absolutely, he was always putting the boot in. This is the way that he described Shannan. So he was doing this thing, looking back. This was 1 year ago today. Shannan Watts wastes no time alerting everyone about her debacle. She starts off Wednesday morning venting almost hysterically about her situation. I mean, she was suspecting her husband of having an affair. Of course, she was beside herself, and the way that he was treating her, sending her absolutely screwing with her mind with all his games and his gaslighting. So yeah, I want to just show you this guy because this is the rain video that I'll try to play for you at the end. And basically he analyzes it. This is when they're on their final holiday, and he's just commenting, just picking up on things that Shannan said, and talking about why was she questioning her use of the fried patches. He goes on. He gets much worse. This is absolutely outrageous. When I found this, it's back to 2018. How happy were Celeste and Bella? And here he is. You can see a true crime analysis, breakthroughs, insights, and discussions hosted by best-selling author. Again, I won't mention his name. But imagine making a post like that. This is this misery merry-go-round that I talk about. I mean, 103 people commented, and it's just absolutely outrageous that somebody who's making money off this case would post things like this. And this starts the discussion. And then this 103 people who commented then tell other people, and it all just spreads. So what else has he got to say? So the way that he phrases it, this question is for the mothers out there. There are plenty of videos and photos with the kids in them. Do they seem genuinely happy to you? Were they normal, healthy children? I mean, I've just shown you just a few examples of the children having fun, having an amazing time. He was asking about what impact does social media addiction in the home have on small children, especially excessive focus on social media and selfies. I mean, things have changed in the last couple of years, but I remember when Facebook was really big and everybody was posting everything before everybody moved into Instagram. You know, back in 2018, people were less cautious, and a lot of people were showing their family. And again, obviously, Shannan was running a business, and we know for a fact that not everything made social media. But she was just a proud parent. And as I've already shown you, most of the photos today were nothing to do with selling. She was just proudly showing her family who lived in a different state and her friends. I mean, all these photos were meant to be for their eyes only, not the general public, and to be dissected and picked apart like this. Let me just have a look at the comments. Yeah, let me just see if I can get this bigger for you guys. Hang on one sec. Just see if I can make it bigger. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately, for some reason, it's not letting me zoom in on this to give me that option, which is a real shame. Hey, Heather Ann, Angie Pan. Also, people love to demonize women for literally anything. Absolutely. I mean, social media addiction. I mean, it was a business. Yeah. Shannan Smith. Absolutely. I'm totally sick and tired of Chris Watts. I really haven't got any time. I mean, I did do a whole episode on him, but it was him being a misogynist, which I strongly believe. But to discuss him in any other way, or to have any sympathy or give him any thought, no, I'm sorry. I'm not interested at all. So I definitely would always be looking at the victims from their perspective. So here he goes on extended videos on a daily basis. No, not at all. This continual distraction, especially of their primary caregiver, could have made them desperate to get their mother's attention. In some videos, one or both of the children are screaming, but Shannan continues recording regardless. That's a really interesting point, and there are a few when children are being children. All children have tantrums and meltdowns, and Shannan was just trying to demonstrate reality of life. If she was trying to make her life perfect, she would have just reshot when the children had calmed down, but she just carried on, and she was just often rolling her eyes and just saying, look at my life kind of thing. And it's so easy to cherry pick and pick 10 photos and put them on a post and say, oh my goodness, look at these sad little children always crying. Whereas I've literally got hundreds of photos when they're having a blast and having fun with their friends. And I mean, they were away for 6 weeks on holiday. They did so much in those final 6 weeks. Most children may be lucky to have a 2-week holiday per year. At the most, probably 2 or 3 weeks. But they were always doing things. I'll have some more examples to show you. So yeah, so this guy, he really, really has it in for Shannan. He definitely is a Chris Watts fanboy, I will call him. Okay, 9-6. We'll show you. What else has he got to say? So this is his conclusion. Social media seems to have had an above normal impact on the Watts house. It wasn't just the photo taking, it was the extended videos on a daily basis, some lasting more than half an hour on a Saturday morning. This continual distraction, especially of their primary caregiver. Oh yeah, sorry, that's the one that I just read. So basically, I've looked through so many videos. I don't know where he gets this lasting more than half an hour. No, that is very rare. It may be the odd one or two. 9-7. Okay, let's try 9-8. Okay, this one is just nitpicking again. Another aspect is the napping of the kids. They both took regular naps with clockwork regularity, and Shannan often said they were napping while she was elsewhere in the house recording her sales pictures. As mothers, does this raise flags that they may have been sedated? I mean, sedated? I mean, where is this man coming from? When they woke up, you could see them charging around the room. I mean, they'd be groggy and out of it. I mean, they were just so full of energy. And on one of the posts, she talks of them having a nap, and her father leaves a comment and said they'd been swimming. So, of course they're tired. Tiny children get tired. Wow, tiny children take naps. And again, in previous videos, we've looked into this, and their sleep pattern was well in range of what's recommended. And often they were taking a little nap at school. I mean, that was the school that were orchestrating that for all the children, not just these two. So, you know, if the school is doing it, you see pictures of them on little mattresses in the classroom. So even when they were at school, they still took little naps. Young, tiny children get extremely worn out, especially when they're running around all day. So that absolutely blows my mind that he would say that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that some of these haters, they cannot be parents, or I've never known a victim to be so judged. I mean, it really, really is outrageous. Okay, let's hope this man, what else has he got to say? Finally, oh goodness, finally, that's good. Well-balanced and attentive parents are better able to raise well-balanced children. Not always, but generally. Did an unbalanced family dynamic in the Watts home cause the children to feel more anxious and unsettled than they otherwise would, causing them to act out? Because of Shannan's health challenges, did the children inherit poor health by default? So this guy, yeah, he doesn't lad up, does he? I mean, just looking back at those final videos, I mean, the children looked exceptionally well balanced, and they were communicating extremely well when they were talking to the Summer Santa. I mean, that was one of the final videos. They seemed to be coming through their health challenges. I mean, they'd been diagnosed with asthma and it was being treated. We know that CeCe had the nut allergy, which has obviously been confirmed by Chris himself, and we've seen the photo when she had the tests. So they did have health issues, and young children tend to pass it to one another, especially when they're going to preschool and school. So again, any mother, father that I know, their children have health problems sometimes. Where are we with the chat here? Yeah, he hasn't got a clue about parenting. He shouldn't be permitted though to make these kind of posts. It's just absolutely infuriating. Okay, so let me just go back. Okay, guys, just need to share this one with you. Okay, I'm going to try something else. I'm just going to see if this works, to see if you can see these images. So I've just changing to a different screen. I'm hoping that you'll be able to, oh yeah, okay, we've got pictures now. This is a little bit easier. Okay, so when another horrendous place, I'm just going to see if this opens up for you. Just saying, guys, I'm trying a different way to share a different screen, but I don't think it's going to allow me to open an image because I've got it open on my screen, but you're not seeing it. Okay, no, sorry about this. I will try something else. Just bear with me in 1 second. I never use Macs. Sorry, I never use PCs, so I need to work out a better way. But at least we're one step up from, or at least we've got some images today, which is good. Okay, let's share this with you. Share screen. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, this is the way that window, Chrome tab. Bear with me 1 sec. Sure. Here we go. Share. And then I'll drag this up and see if we can get this into place for you guys. Bear with me. Here we go. Just try this now and see if I can get it to work for you guys. Here we go. Okay, I think it's going to have to be this is going to be the best way, I think, for us to do this. Okay, so this is the image I was trying to show you in the photos, but it didn't actually work. So I'm going to have to show you here. If you ever want to get really depressed and outraged, just stumble into the what's off topic on Reddit. I mean, this person, she is just somebody who loves to bash on Shannan every single day. She is making an allegation that Bella and CeCe grazing on free condiments. And she's saying that they were lapping up Parmesan cheese off a table. Again, every child I know is bored waiting for the food to come. They do this kind of thing. My little niece and nephew often used to pour the salt in my glass of water. Children do get bored easily. I mean, so yeah, this lovely lady, or person I should say, she made this allegation. Here's Bella again with the cheese. She's trying to say that they didn't actually have a meal, that they just were given the freebies. It's just unbelievable. From the same visit, SW posts say Bella requested pancakes and sausage. It doesn't say Bella got those. There's no picture or video of Bella eating a meal other than eating out of 2 different jelly packets. I mean, can you honestly believe that anybody would spend their time posting awful hate like this? I mean, we haven't got 5 years. Sorry, we haven't got 5 years worth of pictures of Bella eating every meal. Probably once the food came, they were busy eating and they didn't take any more photos. But we've seen dozens of pictures of the girls in restaurants eating. But yeah, I thought that was one of the most outrageous things that I've seen recently. I mean, there's much worse, but this was sort of just so surreal that somebody would make such a statement and reach such a conclusion over something so innocent, a child licking the jam or the jelly from the little pots. Children love doing that. Where are we? Okay, 4. Let's see if I can get to Bella eats food scraps. I mean, honestly, I think it's a slice of pizza. These people, honestly, I just want to go on there and just, they've got a system where you can't actually comment because you need to have a certain number of upvotes to be able to post in this thread. But I would just love to ask these people, you know, have you got children? Bella eats food scraps. It looks like a slice of pizza to me, but who knows? But imagine being this person that that whole group, all they do is bash. I mean, they literally just bash all day long. This was the final holiday. Look how happy and well and great these children look. I mean, it was the summer. Obviously, their mother put a lot of care. They weren't sunburned or red. Imagine if they were all red and sunburned. Imagine the hate that she would have got. She would have received. So here we know that they spent some time at the beach when their father came. And again, you know, the first time they'd ever been to the beach. But I mean, they had an absolute blast and they seemed to be really enjoying themselves. Yeah, it's just so easy to criticize. Just some random pictures that I've baking with their mum. I mean, you've seen this evening the difficulties I've had trying to go live. I mean, Shannan was talking to camera, trying to read a recipe, cook, look after two children. I mean, it's not easy. I mean, just today, I've struggled just to show a few photos because I'm, you know, the PC, I'm not used to a PC. But I mean, and she was also having to sell as well, sell her brand, as well as doing all of this. I mean, I just find it so outrageous that people can criticize. One of these baking videos, one of the hate channels has actually taken it in slow motion, frame by frame, and is analyzing what Shannan is doing. I think at one second she has to remove one of the children's hands because they're going to move the bowl, you know, and tip the ingredients. But I mean, that's what normal people do. Imagine having your videos put into slow-mo and every single frame analyzed. Let me just catch up with you. Yeah, Guitar Sayer, honestly, I mean, Bella, you know, was 5 and CeCe was only just 3. I mean, she was only 3 years old. I mean, I just do not understand. Oh, yeah, Mummy Rambling blogs, they often do both. Oh, I just can't. The level of hate is just off the scale. I mean, I really, really cannot. I would love to speak to some of these people because obviously they're all faceless, aren't they? Especially on Reddit, there's no name. It's just these made up characters, and it just seems to be an addiction to upvotes. I mean, the more vile you can be about Shannan, the better, because you're going to get dozens and dozens of upvotes. Wow, imagine being that person. No, I don't want to be like them at all. Okay, let's just go through. Yeah, so this was the final holiday. Shannan parents' home. So these girls, they've really. Oh, that was another one. This was actually on one of my videos. Somebody said she just gave them junk food all the time. Well, hello, there's corn here. 501. Let's just find. Could be this one. Here we go. Watermelon. So it's so easy to debunk these haters. Yeah, it was a comment on one of my videos, an earlier episode, and starting to bash her. I've obviously deleted the comment and told her not to come to this channel with her hate. We're not interested. It's only going to be positive on this channel. No bashing allowed. And we've got a mod. BS detectors here ready with her spanner to bash somebody if they come bashing. Just boot them. But obviously we're only a very small channel and we've got lovely followers, but if we did get any bigger, maybe they may come knocking on the door. I know, Mummy Ramblings blog, you get a lot of problems, don't you, sometimes? But yeah, I just can't understand it. Yeah, they feel they can call what they want and get away with it. I really wish there was something we could do, because I just find it absolutely outrageous. I just feel so awfully for Shannan's family. I mean, they do actually get to hear about a lot of this hate, and I know you can't stop it because they would just move to the dark web or something. I mean, they have this absolute need to pull Shannan apart. I think it's sort of self-preservation. It makes them feel better about themselves to think, oh well, the reason that she was murdered is because XYZ. But I really wish there was something that could be done. For instance, one of the big hate groups on Facebook, it was called Chris Watts Accused. It wasn't even that they believed he was guilty. They actually got taken down after they were reported over and over again. But that was absolutely horrific hate. It was really an awful channel. Let me look at you guys. Oh yeah, so that's awful when they come into, because Amy, I'm just seeing your comment here. It's absolutely outrageous when they come in and bash. Absolutely, BS Detector. Anyone who hates needs to open their Facebook accounts for everyone to judge and analyze them. Absolutely. I mean, we all make mistakes. I mean, Shannan was just in her early 30s. I mean, most people evolve, and maybe she would have continued with Lavelle, or she may have got another job. I mean, she was always very successful. So it's easy to think that people can change, and she may not have always done this long term. And if her and Chris were going to get a divorce, she would have been absolutely fine. She would have absolutely made it work for her. And I can imagine the Thrive sales would have gone through the roof. She would have had a lot of support and sympathy. I mean, a pregnant mother being abandoned with two children, two tiny little girls, and pregnant with their longed for son, I think she would have been absolutely fine. It's just so terrible what actually happened. Okay, so let me just go back to these photos. One day I'm going to get super organized. You're going to see everything with a file name. I thought you'd see a little thumbnail. That's why I'm so confused today. So one thing I'm sure you all remember is how much these girls love dressing up. There are so many, dozens and dozens of pictures when they're dressing up. I hadn't seen this photo before, on the beach with Bella. So yeah, I mean, it must be amazing for the friends and family that they have all these photos, all these memories. So I mean, look, they're just running around just like normal children, just having a blast, having fun. I mean, I just can't understand these people who say they were drugged up. I mean, just look. Loads and loads of photos of them swimming. And as I said, one of the comments from Shannan's father, who was always so amazingly observant. I mean, the grandparents were always watching the lives, and he would always make a comment. Shannan's mother would be watching. It was Shannan's way to keep in touch with her family. And I'm not sure if I've read this correctly, but I believe Shannan's mother said that they FaceTimed every day. So, and obviously they were there living with them for 15 whole months. So The final 6 weeks, though, they did so much in that time. I love all the swimming photos because it just goes to show that these children always eating. They were no way starved. They were always eating. Always having little friends around, little playmates around. Yeah, I don't think that's a scrap. I think it looks like a chicken or a turkey sandwich. So yeah, no food scraps. So yeah, basically, again, I've just taken out the other children because I don't know who they are, and I didn't really feel it was fair to share their pictures. So I mean, I think that going back to school, I think that Shannan just wanted her children just to be really, really confident, happy. They were socializing with their little classmates. She just wanted them to have a great life. And I'm so happy that they had that final 6-week holiday. Yes, Mummy Rambling, yeah. I'm sure that they get some comfort from how many photos there are. I mean, thank goodness. I mean, there are the majority of decent people who are not on the hate side. I mean, we're only a small channel, but we've already got over 800 subs, and people are saying that they actually like concentrating on the victims. I mean, I've really got great feedback on the Shannan video. I really loved making that because it was so great to debunk some of the hate that's thrown her way. Yeah, so I just really think that Shannan wanted her girls to have the best start in life. I mean, this was a really great little preschool and school for them both. Oh dear, sorry, I wish I should have cropped him. Sorry about that. No, we don't want to be looking at him. But yeah, so looks like quite a lot of food to me for a little child. So these disgusting people who talk about them being starved. There was one video that the haters love to bring up. It's when the fried bars were just arrived and they're waiting for Chris to come home, but they were all dressed in their pajamas, and it kind of, a lot of people confuse it and think it's the morning, but it was actually the evening. And we all know children will eat all day long, and they'd obviously had dinner because they were waiting for Chris to come home. And Shannan gets literally bashed for that one video, just because she was asking the children to be patient for a little bit. And another thing that really, really blows my mind, when Netflix came out, everybody was outraged because they realized Shannan had taken a couple of takes on the pregnancy announcement to the children, because on her Facebook, it was a different upload to what was actually shown on Netflix. So I want to take that argument and say to these haters, okay, well, how do you know Shannan didn't shoot another version of the pro bars and the children had already seen them and had a taste? I mean, she often did take more than one video. So yeah, the Netflix documentary proved it. Okay, guys, so you just imagine next time you're going to see somebody super organized. I think I need to have a lesson with Mummy Ramblings, how to do a live. Yeah. I mean, they had their friends over. They weren't always asleep. It's absolutely impossible to have this many thousands of photos and either be at school or in bed. I mean, when was all this done then? I mean, when did these children do all of these things if they were either asleep or in bed? I mean, I've been quite blown away how much Here we go. No starvation in this family. There's just one. I wish that I could find this little video that I saved today. Guys, actually, I'm going to ask you to look at it when you get time. It's still on Shannan's Facebook under videos. It's so easy to spot when you. It's quite a recent one, and there's no header. It's just a grey blank screen, and it looks like there's nothing there, but it does actually play, and it's basically the children in North Carolina when they were staying with the grandparents, with Shannan's parents, and it's raining, and CeCe is running out in the rain. Both girls are barefoot, and obviously it's still quite warm because it was summer, but the rain was coming down, and it's, for some reason, it won't let me play for you, but if you get a chance, it's one of my favorites because Shannan is really amazing in this video, in my opinion, because she subtly encourages Bella to join her sister and go playing in the rain, because Bella really doesn't want to and doesn't really want to get wet. And she says, "Oh, you don't have to," and then she just focuses on the awesome fun that CeCe is having. And by focusing, she then focuses Bella's mind, and then a little squirrel comes running in the garden, and basically, instead of, some people I've heard refer to squirrels as rats, but Shannan was really clever and she said rabbit. It's like a little rabbit, and this really intrigued the children. And Bella eventually runs it out into the rain. So it was really amazing. I love that video because Shannan didn't have to make a big deal of it. She just went with the flow, and it was really heartbreaking because this is obviously just as Chris is starting his affair, and in the video she mentions that he's watching the children, and I just thought, wow, she tried so hard. And at the start of the video, I'm just gonna see if, yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can, why it's not loaded up. Yeah, well, I have to ask you guys to look for me. So, I mean, basically, I've really enjoyed the research on this live today, because it was amazing to see just how easy it is to debunk all the haters. I mean, it's so easy to judge somebody who's no longer here to defend themselves, but they were really beautiful children. They looked healthy. A lot of their health issues were behind them. They'd been diagnosed with the asthma, and they're obviously being treated. It's impossible for children to be at school or asleep and to have all these photographs of them doing so much. They were always doing stuff, and other people have acknowledged that they were there on play dates and things like this. So it really does absolutely blow my mind. Let me just catch up with the chat before I leave you guys. I'm so sorry there were a few technical issues tonight. I'm learning as we go along. I've never used images or tried to screen share before, so I will do some research. I was just shocked that they came up like this and not with a little thumbnail. But I think I've managed to show you most of the videos that I wanted to show you. So yeah, we did Hero, we did the 3rd birthday. Yeah, I definitely recommend the Rain one if you haven't seen it. It's really so good. Let me just catch up with you guys. Wow, this is outrageous. A friend told me 2 weeks after my baby daughter died that it was about time for me to get over it. Oh my goodness. People are disgusting. Yeah, I really love doing the lives. So I'd be really interested in maybe having an open panel and getting some of you guys up to chat as well, because I think it would be a bit more interesting. And I definitely would love to invite some guests. I'm hoping if we can get to about 1,000 followers, then we may be able to invite some guests, because I'm kind of thinking it's a little bit cheeky to ask people when we are still quite small. But some of our videos have been viewed, several thousand times now. So I'm hopeful that we can get a little bit bigger. We're going to remain a totally Shannan and her children a supportive channel. No way are we going to ever show any interest in the killer. I haven't even looked recently at what's been going on. I know we had this mock trial, one of the YouTube creators, and somebody told me that they were also doing some sort of quiz over. Yeah, no. I'm not really going to be playing those games. So yeah, guys, let me know if you have any thoughts, anything you would like me to cover. We've now covered a dedicated episode really to the children. Shannan, obviously, we did the Chris Watts, but that was me accusing him of being a misogynist, which I strongly believe he is. So yeah, we can definitely hope to get some guests. That would be my next thing. I always love when the stream is over. I always read through all the chats because it's really great to catch up on everything. Sometimes it moves really fast, and when I'm sort of busy showing the images, I miss some of the chat, but I'm really going to look through this. I'm so happy to see Mummy Rambling. So somebody who's been around from the beginning, who knows the family, and it's absolutely amazing. You've given me your time, all of you, tonight. I really appreciate it all. This is so true as well, Heather Ann. There is no set time in your grieving process. Absolutely. I mean, it's such a personal thing. Everybody grieves differently. I mean, I know in my own case, it was like a roller coaster. I remember my father died when he was 56, and I remember my 1 minute would be crying, and then the next minute we would be laughing, and you feel really disrespectful for laughing, but that's the way that you remember your loved ones. But for anybody to have walked past and heard us all laughing and the next minute sobbing, and that's just how it is. But people need to be a bit more sensitive. I remember we needed some food. My mother was in no state to go shopping, and we went into the shops, and one of our neighbors just totally blanked us and walked out. They just didn't know what to say. But it's never easy. Of course, they were probably embarrassed or didn't know how to face us, because my brother and I were, in our 20s. We were really young to lose our father. But just hello would have been fine. Absolutely. People cannot tell you how to grieve, and no grieving person has to be accountable for how they grieve. Absolutely. That's why I am disgusted and outraged that Shannan's mother has been getting some hate and some trolls on her really amazing cooking channel, which I love watching. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the majority again are very nice comments, but Heather Ann, this is so true. This is exactly the kind of community that I wanted. Just respectful people who actually care about the victims, and that's what I'm interested in, sort of promoting that. There's so much hate in the world, isn't there? We just don't need another channel bashing or trying to make excuses for Chris Watts. I mean, I'm sorry. I really do believe that he is 100% guilty. So yeah, I'm reading all your comments. Wow, the Irish, my goodness. Some people really lack empathy. Oh, that's great. So I didn't know this. Glad Sandra has mods now so the hate can be erased. Oh, that's so brilliant. Somebody actually said that. D Irish, you said that, didn't you? That she needed to get some mods. That's really fantastic. Shannan Smith, I love Sandy's cooking channel. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you here. Sandy has many more people in her corner than against her. Yeah, absolutely. This is a really, really lovely chat. Everybody's being very supportive, and it actually helps to talk about our own experiences. Yeah, there's a lot of heartbreak people have been through. So I think probably that's why we have empathy for the Rusaks, because just imagine what they've been through. I mean, I just have so much, just so much. I could never even imagine. I mean, 4 members of their family just wiped out, and they certainly have gone through a lot. And I just think what Sandy is doing is just so positive. I mean, I love her channel. She really makes me smile, and her recipes and everything. And she's so lovely and charming in the comments to everybody. I mean, obviously she has had a bit of bashing recently, but hopefully that's going to stop now with the mods. Okay, guys, we've just gone over the hour. I don't want to keep you. I know some other channels are also going live a bit later, so thank you massively for giving me your time again. I'm sorry there are a few technical difficulties, but I will get better, and just bear with me, please. For the next one, I'll get a different setup. I'll do a bit more research to make it work. And yeah, please, if you get a moment, look at that rain video. It's still on Shannan's Facebook. It's towards the top, a grey blank screen. There's no picture. And so, this is really interesting about the name of this channel. Somebody said, why are you mentioning Chris Watts? Because I wanted to make it absolutely clear that I believe that he is the murderer. So that's why they said it should be called the Shannan Watts murders. But then I thought, no way, because then people would think that I was having some dig at Shannan. Anyway, have a wonderful evening. It's just after 11 p.m. in the UK, so I'm going to go and open some wine. And massive thanks. Lovely seeing you all. And as I said, we're going to try to do these weekly, and my next step is to get some guests. So if you would be kind enough to share this channel to anybody who you feel would enjoy it, and the same kind of people here. Everybody's been absolutely wonderful in the chat tonight. I'm really enjoying seeing you all. And yeah, I mean, Addie, you can always, if you have time, you can always catch up, because they're all stored, all of our episodes. They're all stored. There's a playlist. I think we've got 6 so far. This is the 7th. Yeah, fantastic. Thanks to all of you. 4 meals, a $10 ham. Hello. Excellent. Yes. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, guys. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening. And I look forward to speaking to you all again. I'll probably do a live panel, and I'd love to get some of you up so we can chat a bit more. if anybody's up for that. And as I said, guests as well. So that would be the way we're going to move things forward. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for your time. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Take care. Good night.